It's one superstar of the veggie world. Asparagus is an elegant addition to every plate and, when done right, really delicious too. Chef Nettie Frank is joining me in the Studio 5 kitchen to help us get it right. It's great to see you.
Good to see you.
You just returned from a Europe trip.
I did. I feel like I almost have to do like the promenade, like bowing, you know,
Show
at
some reverence
Versailles.
and respect. Where you say you were really inspired by this vegetable.
Yes, I was. So asparagus is definitely in season, and I was seeing this bright, vibrant green, white, purple. It was just
purple asparagus.
Yes, it was so pretty. It was gorgeous. I just loved it.
Oh my gosh,
that's what inspired this.
So in season in Europe, is it in season in our part of the world too?
I think so. I would like to think that whatever trends are happening in Europe kind of take a little, like maybe a few weeks to get here.
They wave our way.
Yes.
But you were seeing asparagus used in all sorts of foods there too.
Yes, cooked so many different ways, and even raw, actually, in salads. So I'm gonna teach you a few handful ways of how to cook your asparagus, and I feel like it's an underrated little guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's one that you always see with your filet mignon at the steakhouse, you know, with the potatoes and all of that.
Right.
But it is definitely has so many nutrients in it. It's antioxidant, helps with your cholesterol. It just has tons of really good vitamins in it.
We should do a series, this could be the unofficial kickoff, called When Chefs Travel, because I love that you bring back all of the food inspiration that you were able to eat and enjoy and put it on our plate and for our palate. So teach us, Wise One, what are we doing first?
So first of all, let's just start with raw. Okay, so right here, I've got some carrots. No, but we'll quickly get through it. How about that? Okay. So I actually have a puree of asparagus that I added a little bit of ricotta cheese to. And I put that puree on the base of it.
Well, now you pulled me in. There's cheese involved.
I know. The ricotta cheese has got us.
So that's on the bottom of the plate?
It is. Ooh. And then I've got these beautiful carrots. They also had vibrant there. And so when I peel it with a peeler, and you can take your asparagus.
Is this an asparagus that you've curled?
I sure did.
Oh my goodness.
So just take your peeler.
They're shavings.
And just, if it breaks, it's fine. Just keep peeling it.
Well, you mentioned in a salad, every salad needs a good crunch, and this can be that crunch.
It's exactly what that is. And so I love that we can use the asparagus for that as well. Now, when you are looking for your asparagus, when you're ready to cook it, so you've got more of like that root end, right? That kind of gets more gristly. So usually, if it's really fresh, it'll automatically break right where the root needs to. You don't want to have this.
I remember learning that early on, and it feels like such a trust exercise. Like, I trust you to do what you're supposed to do.
I know, please do it. So that will tell you that this is more of the gritty part, but you can actually take this, boil it down. See, that's kind of green water. We'll do another cooking step there. But now that's how I got my puree right here. So you don't want to waste any of it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
And just put it in a food processor?
Yep,
or a
food processor, a little salt and pepper, and then a little ricotta cheese on there, and it is good to go.
Asparagus puree.
Yes,
okay.
Right? So it's wonderful. The other way, so they always come in bunches like this, and so this is your guide, right? So you do one, and now you know where to cut. I always leave the elastic band on it, so it doesn't just go everywhere.
Yes, kitchen saver, smart of you.
Now, that's done. We can make this soup.
The ends all over the floor.
No, not at all. Okay, another technique, cooking technique, if you want to grab this little cookie sheet with parchment, we're roasting it. So get your oven at 400 degrees.
And this is all I know, so this is my bread and butter.
My favorite. So you're going to drizzle olive oil on it.
Okay.
You're going to put salt and pepper on it, and it's going in the oven. Now, when these are, I love this size when it's just little itty bitty, 7 minutes. That's it. No more, no less. Okay. Pull them out, because the other thing too is you want to keep the nutrients of the vibrant green. As soon as it goes to that army color green, all the nutrients are gone. So we want to keep that nice green. So you can also use the roasted or grilled asparagus. I put these on my Big Huge with my catering company many moons ago. You know, the big vegetable platter with a balsamic aioli. You can serve it room temperature. You can have them hot. It doesn't matter. Like, they are such a great little guy as a filler.
You know what I mean? Yes. Would you say most of us overcook?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
When you say army green, I suddenly went to the movie Toy Story, and I'm picturing those little army guys, and I'm like, it's so easy to help to have it tip over to that color. That's a good test. Okay.
Yes. So as soon as it goes that really dark army green, you want what its natural color is, but shiny. You see that?
Okay.
So that's what you're looking for.
Was that the ultimate mom moment? When you said Army Green, I think Toy Story. You say Army Green, I say Toy Story.
I love it, because you know I'm a Disney fan. You know that.
Yeah,
Which we did hit Disney Paris.
Oh, you
We may
did?
have to do another day on that one.
I've run into Nettie a couple of times at Disneyland, which
Yes.
is so funny, but I wasn't at Disneyland Paris. I'm sorry to let you down.
Come with me. Let's go.
Okay.
It's fun. All right. The next one is the shocking method. So what we have is boiling water.
Yes.
And then we also have an ice bath.
Okay.
And you want to have ice in there. So we are going to take, I'll just take a few pieces.
I feel scared.
And
What are we doing?
So I'm just going to chop a few of these up.
Okay.
So they're just
Little bitty.
little bitty, right? We're going to put them in there.
And that's just water?
It is water, but it is green because this is the same
batch.
water I used.
Different batch.
And I'm going to teach you something else really fast too.
Okay.
So see how it stopped boiling?
Yes.
So as soon as it comes back up to that full boil, give it about 30 seconds. Asparagus does not need a lot of time to get out of there, okay? So what we're doing, this is how I explain the shocking method, and you can do this with any of your vegetables, but especially green vegetables. So you're hanging out in the hot tub, you're relaxing, you're chilling, like life is good, and then someone dares you to jump in the pool. And you're like, no, I don't want to. But then you're like, all right. So then you jump in the pool, and what happens? Oh my gosh, right? That's what's happening when we're doing the shocking method. All those nutrients go right back into the vegetable, and it stays there. That's how you get the vibrant green. These are shocked. So you can tell the difference that is fully cooked. And now you can put it on your salads. You can put it on your pastas. You can just eat it like that as well. So it's ready to go. It can last in your fridge if you're doing food prep for a good week, week and a half. So it's fantastic once you do the shocking method with that.
All right.
So, and then if you want to make a quick little pasta dish, you can even use this water. If you put a few pasta raviolis in there, right? I've got some toasted pine nuts. We're gonna add that in there.
Suddenly our skillet went gourmet.
Then we're gonna, I mean, usually we put that in the shocking, right?
Sure,
so it can get its little nice, but we're gonna take that straight in here. And you can even use, oops, sorry, I don't want it to splatter on you.
You're okay.
You can even use
the water.
The water instead of pasta water, because fresh ravioli, I saute, I never boil.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Fresh ravioli you saute?
I do. So I just put it right in there, and then when I'm adding that water from the asparagus, it thickens it and smooths it out and cooks it.
Nice.
So that is another way you can use it.
All right, we've got about a minute left. Can you talk us through this final? I mean, I feel like this is the grand finale.
It is. I mean, who doesn't love lasagna when you're traveling, right? So we had a lot of lasagna. Even my son ate lasagna, I think, for every single meal, which is fantastic. But as I was sitting there eating it, I was like, oh, a wonderful puff pastry with the asparagus and the mozzarella cheese all on it, and then dipping it into a lasagna dip is what, you know, you always, like, your lasagna is at the bottom of the box or whatever, your container. It's always chipped and broken in pieces, or maybe you have other pasta pieces that are just,
sad leftovers,
right? This is where you're gonna stir it all together with a marinara or even a meat sauce, and then you're going to add the ricotta cheese or even some cottage cheese, fresh mozzarella. I even put asparagus inside that as well, so you can
well, no
enjoy
offense,
it.
Mama, this is not your mom's lasagna. This is puff pastry and asparagus, yummy cheese, and those bits that we won't let go to waste. Nettie,
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. So hopefully
Moral
everybody
of the story, let's use asparagus.
Yes.
As the Europeans do.
Exactly.
And Nettie's inspired us in that direction, which we're always so grateful that she does. Where can we find more recipes from you?
At Chef Nettie Frank. On Instagram is probably the best, or just chefnettie.com.
Be sure to give her a follow. So many great recipes. Chef Nettie Frank online. Thank you so much, friend.
Thanks for having me.